What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Real Bodybuilding Podcast. This is episode number 111, and I am here with Mohamed Shaaban. How are you, sir?
I'm good, brother. How are you doing?
Good, good. I'm glad you reached out. I wanted to talk to you before the show tomorrow.
Thank you for answer. And,
Yeah.
I love to be with you. I watch you all the time.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
So the last time, the first time I ever saw you was in, I believe, 2018. You did a show. I think you did a show with Ian Valier and Roman Fritz and a couple other bigger name guys
in Spain. Yeah, Alicante. Big man weekend.
Yeah.
In Alicante.
Was that 2018?
Yes, 2018.
Yeah,
it's my first pro show.
Yeah, that was the first time I saw you, and you won that show. And
no, I get fifth.
What was the show you won?
It's 2019 in Portugal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
With Ian and with Lucas.
So how many shows in was that? How many shows had you done in your career by then?
Number 3.
Okay. So your third show in the pros you won a show. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So since that show, you've put on quite a bit of weight. How much did you weigh at that first show?
This show when I went, 17 to 18 pounds.
Okay. Wow. So you're beating guys in the open class, but you're almost a 212 guy.
Yeah.
Why did you decide, if you're only 5 pounds away, why did you decide to do the open?
I'm thinking it's come in my head too many times. I said, why I don't do 212? But when I lose 1 pound, I look not good.
Oh, okay.
More I gain weight, more I look better. So now I'm 245.
You're 245 now.
Now.
I was going to say there's a big change from the show you won to the shows now. You look drastically different.
Yeah.
So you never wanted to be 212. You planned on always being an open bodybuilder.
Yeah, because when I do amateur, I'm 212. When I'm amateur.
Yeah.
But every time I gain more weight, I look more better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long has it been since the last time? You did California, but before California, how long had you been off?
I did Chicago before California, last 2020.
Okay, 220.
Yeah.
But was that in October?
It's in October, yeah.
I don't remember you at that show. Where did you place that?
7.
7.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you put on 20? You put on over 25 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, from Chicago to California, I put 25 pounds.
How?
I just
because it's not that long a time. I mean, because you got to think. I mean, Chicago is in October, and then you have probably 2 or 3 months, and then you have to start dieting again. So, I mean, it's just heavy food, or
I train with Charles class.
Okay.
And my coach is Andrew, and we in 2020 we don't, the COVID and everything's locked down, no gym. And I just wanted to be on stage, and I training in my garage because we don't have gym in California.
Yeah.
And everything is locked down, but I just want to be on stage. And when I go on stage I do California in 2020, but I'm not tired, I'm not lean enough.
Yeah.
And I kept to be in prep too, and I do Chicago. And when I asked Steve for feedback, he said you need to match in your upper body with your leg because I have big legs.
Yeah.
And this time I'm 227.
Mm-hmm.
227. 225 pounds, something like that.
In Chicago, yeah.
Yeah, and from this time I start the off season after this show.
Yeah.
And training hard with Charles and add more food. And this is my first time to start real off season.
Oh, okay.
In my life, because I'm already new bodybuilding. I just started training at 2015 in October.
Yeah.
And I'm almost just 5 years on total training.
Wait a minute. You started bodybuilding in 2015?
In October 2015, I started training bodybuilding.
Wow.
That's it.
So what were you doing before that? Were you doing any kind of training?
No, I'm carpenter before that.
So so the first time you picked up a weight to like work out
Yeah,
was 2015.
Yeah.
Wow. That's very impressive, man. To look the way you look now in 5 years is very impressive.
It's so much different when you see my picture with.
Do you have any? Is there any pictures on your Instagram from before?
Yeah, when I'm carpenter. Yeah.
One second, let me see. I want to check. I'm gonna show everybody. So for those of you who don't know, Mo, can I call you Mo, or do you want to go?
Yeah.
Okay. So Mo, this is Shaaban _ IFBB Pro is his Instagram. So how far down? I'm going to show people what you look like now. This is, let's see, I think in your tagged photos, there's probably some. So this is what you look like now?
Yeah, this is yesterday.
Yeah, that's very, very impressive, man. I can't believe you're telling me you've been training for 6 years.
Yeah, just for 5 years now.
Yeah, wow. It's very, very impressive, man. You look very, very good.
Thank you.
So how far do I have to go down to see before?
I'm looking for, I got it.
No, let me see.
I say,
I got it. I sent it to him.
my wife sent it to you on the DM.
Oh, in the DMs.
Yeah.
Now everyone's going to see my DMs. Okay. That's you in 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That's incredible, man.
Tell him I'm gonna send him what you look like this morning.
Yeah. This is morning on empty stomach.
So what was your weight this morning?
It's 243 pounds, 0.6.
243. What were you in California? 45?
In California, 240.
Oh, so you put on some more weight.
Yeah.
Okay.
And more tighter in California.
Okay, that's I mean, your genetics are incredible if you're putting on weight that fast. So you're saying the first time you had a real off season was between Chicago
Chicago and California.
California, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's still a lot of weight to put on in one off season, man. That's very impressive. What were your calories like in the off season? Like how much food were you eating?
I eat like I don't know about because I eat by gram. I don't eat by macro. I eat every meal 300 rice, 150 gram carb of chicken or like protein.
Yeah.
I eat like 6 to 7 meal every day.
That's not a lot of food, man. That's so crazy.
I can't eat too much, brother. Like I have too many in my life, because I already sick or I'm anemic person. Like I have anemia.
Okay.
And I can't eat too much.
What does it mean to have? What does having anemia mean? What does that mean?
Like
what are the symptoms?
I'm sick from when I'm 2 years to now. I take like my white blood, eat the red blood. If I eat anything like nuts or something,
yeah,
I take blood if like.
Okay, so you have to be careful what you're eating.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you about California. How did you feel about California and taking second to Patrick Moore? Did you think you had won that show?
I think I respect what the judge do.
Of course.
But I feel like I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm almost win this show. Like I think the feedback they give me is just they don't make me feel like I'm not approve the feedback.
What feedback did they give you for that show?
The feedback, he's told me like I win with all the front posing. It's just I don't have more details in my back.
Okay. So it's a detail issue mainly.
Yeah, detail in my back only.
In your back only. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of people that were watching the show had you in first. A lot of people had the show Patrick in first. So I think it was like nobody kind of knew. It could kind of go either way.
Yeah, but for I'm always learn. I'm always learning from you can win before you lose, and every time when you win something, meaning you don't lose. Like after California, I don't listen to feedback. I listen to what I see. I need more to get more tighter and work in my midsection. This is what I did from California to Puerto Rico.
So the main thing you focused on was just tightening up your midsection more.
Yeah.
Okay. So how are you going to beat Akeem? Because I think everybody has Akeem as like the main guy that they're looking at. Because he's obviously Akeem was top 6 at the Olympia, so that's probably going to be the guy everybody's looking to for to be the guy, the head to front runner in the show. So how do you plan on taking out Akeem, being a mass monster? But you're 245, and how tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
Yeah, so I mean that's still big. So do you think you'll be able to compare with Akeem well?
I'm big on stage. I'm not big in person. I would be surprised with everyone on stage, because you see me in person next to other people, like in check-in or in gym, you think I'm small, but I'm on the stage, I look 100% different.
Yeah.
Like I will matching Akeem.
Okay. So what if you win this show, you shut down to the Olympia, correct?
Yeah.
If you don't win the show, what's the next plan?
I keep going. I go Portugal.
You go, what's the next one after the Portugal?
Yeah, after Portugal, I have Chicago.
And then if that one, you're just going to keep going until you...
I still keep going until I go Olympia this year.
What's it like to diet for as long as you're dieting? Does it affect you, or do you think you get better as you diet?
Every time I'm the person, like every day I get better. Yeah, like I know my body, and we work like team. We not work like I just listen to my coach and do this and do this. No, we thinking, because we want success together. Like we want to be good together. And my coach is listening to me because I listen to my body. Yeah, this is how we work. And like I need to see myself now in Olympia next to other people. Yeah.
So your coach is Andrew Vu, right?
Yeah.
So when you're coached by Andrew, what you're saying is you have a lot of your own input. You don't just take what he says. Like you have your own ideas that go into the diet as well.
We talking together. He like as a not just like do this and do this. No, he like to listen to me and see my idea and listen to my idea, like, because this is how you can be good. And like if he listen to you, like if your coach listen to you, is meaning you can't cheating or do something behind them.
You're from Egypt, correct?
Yeah.
What's it like back home when they know you're competing in, the American shows or things like that? Are people back home watching you?
Yeah, of course.
So they're all, not just your family, but I mean, like, is
everybody watching, everybody pray for me. And when I go back to my country, they did like party, they met me in airport, like, how is that?
So when you got back from Dallas, even though you were second place, there was people meeting you at the airport waiting for you?
Yeah, I remember.
Not just family, but like fans and stuff.
Everyone.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I have on YouTube, they bring like music, everything in airport.
Yeah. That's great. What is bodybuilding like in Egypt?
Before or now? Because it's totally different.
Both. What was it like before?
Before, like Egypt in bodybuilding, just to think about, about like world like championship. That's it. You don't think about the pro show or to compete at the pro show or go to Olympia.
Yeah.
But after Rami, when he go to Olympia and he compete at Olympia and he get like step by step from 8th to 2nd to win, he make everyone like open his eyes and is feel like nothing impossible. Like I can do this.
Yeah.
I can do this. Like for me, in 2015, my friend showed me, Rami showed me, Hassan showed me, Wardani showed me, other people.
Yeah.
I don't know these people because I don't know about think about internet at all. Yeah. I'm like caveman, like I don't know. I'm just working. Yeah. And I said, how I can be like these people? He said, you look good, you have good symmetry. I said, I'm just a carpenter. He said, no, just look at these people and start training. And when I start training and I come too close to these people, I come to close to Rami. Yeah, it's like now I have dream. And I don't give up until I get my dream.
Yeah.
And now everyone like see Rami, see Hassan, see Muhammad, see other people compete to Olympia. Now it's like I can't do this.
So you
and now, yeah, and also like it's now started like too many people start to sponsor athlete, like Team Coast Squad. Once he sponsor Rami, sponsor me, sponsor Hassan. Like start to like support this sport, and start to get big.
So how do you? Okay, so you've inspired. Obviously, the country's been inspired. Is it publicly like that too? Like outside of bodybuilding? Like what I'm asking is like in the gym, people are inspired and they see you and they see Rami and Hassan but outside of the gym, like if you go to the grocery store or if you go to the mall, or do people appreciate what you're doing, or is it still weird?
No, because if you watch it like amateur show in Egypt, I never see like have like 2,000, 3,000 athletes amateur in Egypt.
Yeah,
just from Egypt, like everybody training, everybody, and like social medias make everyone like close, like Shaaban, Rami. Yeah, like everyone appreciates it. It's like it's not like soccer in Egypt is like crazy. But now it starts like to get big day by day.
How do you decide okay, so I'm just curious because it's only a short time ago. How do you decide you're going to go from carpentry to bodybuilding? Like how did somebody talk you into that?
It's coming by I just like my friend, his coach for swimming, and he's like and I go to his house to do some stuff in his house. And he just to see my look when I'm wearing my clothes, see my legs big because my symmetry, my genetic like this. He said, "Oh, you did your training?" I said, "I go gym when I'm kids a little bit, just for like the same anyone, but now no, I don't go any gym. I don't have time for that." He said, "Hey, why you don't do this?" And he started talking me and changed my thinking, like don't stay like carpenter, don't stay like that, like like.
So he challenged you to do something bigger.
Yeah, and like I go to my family. I have my own business. Like I told my father, I want to travel. I want to change. Like nobody believed. Like all my family, all my brothers said, "Did you crazy? How you be champion? How you leave your work and you start something and no money and you just spend money like nothing." And nobody believed except my father.
Oh shit!
But my father, when he accepted, he told me something I just always put behind my eyes, like always front of my eyes. Like I never forget that. He said, "I let you do what you want. I believe you, but please, like don't make don't make me feel I want like I feel wrong. Like make me proud." And I did this, and every day I was thinking about this. I never give up. I never feel like I'm like like, and I did something is calling impossible in my head. Nobody better than you if you continue to work. Like because everybody's same. If God created everyone is same. It's just Rami, he take Olympia because he work hard. If I work hard, why not? Why I don't take? Phil Hayes, Ronnie, everyone. It's just to work.
It's true.
Yeah.
So your dad, it's funny you say that because coming from an Arab family, I know my dad was the strictest of, more than all my friends. And, he's a very disciplinary type of father, but it's surprising to me that your dad of everybody was the one that pushed you to do it, or not pushed you to do it, but supported you.
Yeah. He don't have money to support, but he gave me more than money.
No, but I mean motivationally supported you.
Like he told me, I believe, and I believe you will do.
Yeah.
And every day when he called me on the phone, he said, I believe you will do. Don't give up. You will be good. If I lose some time, when I lose, he said, it's okay.
Yeah.
Continue, work hard.
That's very powerful, because it's almost a feeling of you don't want to let your father down, so you're going to keep working as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny you said that. You know, my father never stopped me from trying to bodybuild, and always kind of told me the same thing. He's like, as long as you're doing your best at what you're doing, I support you. So
Yeah.
it's interesting that you have that same support. That's great.
Like I also remember something he told me is make me feel like this time it make me feel like cry. He said, because I'm born was like it's not poor, but it's not like rich families, like just live day by day. And he told me, I don't have money, but if you want, I sell my clothes for you to support you. I sell, but don't fail. And this is make me like is like fire, like I'm fire from to nobody better than me. If I fail today, I wake up tomorrow. I get up again. If I fail tomorrow, I get up again.
Yeah. So how did you feel the first time you won a pro show then? It must have felt very good, like to call your father and say, hey, I won. And
this is like, he's so excited. He cry every time I do something good.
That's so good. That's so great, man.
And also I'm so lucky. I have my wife so support me all the time. Like she push me and like
I was going to ask you if you were married, if you had kids. So obviously you're married.
My wife is here. She also IFBB Pro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who is she? Do you want to say hi?
Yeah, she's
trying to peek around the corner. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Your name is?
Tracy.
Tracy, last name?
Dang, D-A-N-G.
Nice to meet you. How long have you been married?
We've been married for almost 5 years.
Well, so kind of the whole time, like he's been a pro almost.
Well, actually, our story is actually funny. So when you have time, I can tell you about it, how we met.
Well, I got time. It's up to you guys. I don't want to. I don't want to stop you guys in the middle of your.
Okay.
The show's tomorrow.
We met through Instagram.
Okay.
And this is the time when I was competing. And when you people send you messages on your DM, you're kind of like, okay, hi, thank you.
Yeah.
And long story short, I just finished my show, so I actually had time to check my messages. And then I seen a message from him, and it said, "Are you okay, my love?" And I said, "My love?" I'm like, who is this? And I was like, and then I checked the message, and apparently I've been talking to him. Right.
Oh, okay.
I was saying hi and stuff, but I didn't realize who he was because I never checked his profile.
Yeah.
But then, so I was like curious. I checked his profile and I looked and I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. And I scrolled down some and he had a selfie with his hat to the side.
Yeah.
Right. Like looking up. And it was at the Arnold, South Africa, where he won his pro card. Well, I have to tell you that story too. It's funny.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I'm like, he got a little swag on him. He's cute. Okay. And then I scrolled down a little bit more and then I seen his legs and I was just sold.
That was it.
That was it. That was it for me. I was like, oh, damn. Okay. He got some sexy legs. I was like, so I went back to the DM. I said, hey. I was like, hey. And then after that, he was like, can you teach me English? And I was like, aren't you speaking English to me? So I started looking up on his message. I'm like, oh, he's Google translating.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. And I was like, sure. Because I was already attracted to him. I was
so you're like, I'm so attracted. I don't mind teaching you English. I will teach you.
Yes, exactly. So so it took us like 2 days to figure out how to FaceTime because he couldn't there was a language barrier. He didn't really get it.
Sure.
And he finally got the FaceTime. He actually bought an iPhone to talk to me. I thought that was kind of, I just found that out yesterday. Actually.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great.
And then, so we actually Google Translate for about 6 months.
Wow.
because he didn't understand me. And when I would get mad, you know, like girls get mad, we send like a story message.
Oh no.
So I was so pissed off, right? And I sent them this,
Yeah.
and then at the end it was like, I hate you, and I want, you know, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then and then next day he'd be like, hi, my love. And I'm like, did he not just like, but it was because he never, and then I realized he never understood me, because one time I asked him a question and he smiled and he goes, uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just asked you a question. And then he was like, I'm like, do you not understand me? He goes, no. I said, so all them times I yell at you, you don't understand? No. Because he would always be like, calm, my love. Calm, baby, calm.
Why are you yelling at him? That's what I want to know.
Because you know, I'm on prep and I'm hangry.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm a little like, I'm Vietnamese, so you know, Vietnamese women are kind of crazy.
A little fiery, yeah.
Yeah. So like, if he doesn't answer his phone, I'm like, why didn't you answer your phone? You know, like,
yeah.
You know, it's
I get it.
I'm better now, though. Yeah, like, he's here now, and I'm better. So that's kind of how our story is. But I'm surprised he didn't tell you his story about how he became a pro.
Well, you'll go ahead. Tell me.
He won the Arnold South Africa.
Yeah.
And there was a language barrier. So I didn't know him at the time, but he kept on competing amateur shows after that. And I said, one day I just asked him, I said, didn't you win the Arnold South Africa? He goes, yes. I was like, so why are you still doing amateur shows? And he goes, what do you mean? I said, you're a pro now. He goes, no, I'm not. I said, yes, you are. And he's like, no, I'm not. I said, yes, you are. You win, you win. That's what it is. And he goes, no, they're supposed to give you the pro card on stage. I'm like, no, honey, they don't give you the pro card on stage. You fill out the application and you pay for it like everybody else. No. I said, okay, let me do it for you. And I sent Teresa the application, because I was already a pro at that time. So I sent her the application. I told him the show he won, and she sent me his card. And I said, here you go. And he goes, oh, he was so butthurt.
I did three shows.
Yeah, he did 3 shows, 3 Arnolds, actually.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah, I get my pro card in the second show I did in my life.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I kept compete for 3 shows after this.
Yeah.
I started to compete in 2016 in April, and next month I get second this show, Olympia amateur, and my second show I win Arnold. This is when I get my pro card, and after this I go Europe to do Arnold. I get third again, and I go Olympia again. I get second.
Yeah.
And I keep
but you already had your card. You already won.
He didn't know.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'm like, why do you keep on doing this? Yeah. But there was a language barrier, and I never really paid attention to it until I was like, I kept on seeing him like getting ready, and I was like, gosh, you're struggling. Why are you still doing these shows? And you know, then he was like, and then I think I looked on his page or something. I was like, did you win? Yeah. So I just thought it was kind of strange, but yeah.
So tell me this: who do you cook his food for him, or does he cook his own food? Do you cook your own food, Mo?
Oh, see, that's okay. I'm gonna be completely honest. Okay. A long time ago, when when I see him, because we did long distance for 3 years. Yeah. 2.5 years. We did long distance. I would always fly to Kuwait or his shows, and back and forth for every holiday. Mm-hmm. And I would always help cook his food, or he'd get ready for a show. I'd fly over there and help him prep his luggage and come right back and then fly to his show. Yeah. So I would do that. But since he came here for Olympia for the very first time. Yeah. And I prepped all his food. Like, I go to work, I did his stuff. And I was like, gosh, man, he eats a lot. I was like, I can't do this on top of my food and his food. And, and I'm a school teacher. Okay. So, I had to be up at, 5 a.m. to do cardio, and then make his breakfast and make my food through the day. And then, make sure he has food and then come. I was like, I can't do this every day for the rest of my life if he's going to live here. Yes. Right. So, and he likes his food overly cooked, like thoroughly cooked. His steak is well done. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And so I was like, so I burnt his food all 6 times.
On purpose?
Yes, on purpose.
And they told
That's
her-
how you get out kitchen duties.
And they told her to stop doing food.
So he said, yeah, he was like, I don't want your food. No, I don't want it. I cook myself. I said, okay. So now he cooks my food and he cooks his food. And that's how I got out kitchen duties.
Now you need to burn her food so then you guys can just cook your own food.
He does overcook my chicken because I don't like overcooked chicken. So he cooks mine the way he cooks his.
Yeah, but you don't give up.
And I was like, so a few times I would be like, I'll make my own food. So, but now I cook my own food because he overcooks my food. So I think he kind of caught on to my secret.
Yeah, he figured it out.
Yeah.
So how has the prep gone to this point? Everything has been smooth. There's no hiccups.
I don't think for him. I think he's great. He has a great trainer. He has a great coach. I feel bad for him because we own a cookie company.
Okay.
And he has to smell it every day.
God. I don't know how
we
you
have
do
to
that.
send you some, so you'll have to definitely give us your address.
I'd love to try it. What's the cookie company called?
OCD Cookie Co.
OCD Cookie Co. How'd you come up with that name?
Oh, well, okay. It was like before I did Chicago Pro, and I was baking. I actually made the cookies for Sid. And she was like, and it was for her graduation, and she was my roommate at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, you got to sell these. And I'm like, I'm not really that hustling type of person, you know?
Yeah.
She's like, no, they're really good. And I was like, okay. So, and then I made some for my cousin when I did, it wasn't Chicago, but it was Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Virginia show. And I made some for her. She's like, yeah, you should definitely sell this. And people kept on telling me, and I was like, okay. And so I started, but it all started like with me obsessing over the perfect ingredients. I literally made 30 something batches of cookies till I got the exact type of texture. And I don't like cookies that are overly sugary, and some cookies you eat are very sugary and floury.
Yeah.
So like in our recipe, we don't use any white sugar. We use organic eggs, premium butter. All of our extreme flavors like ube, banana, strawberry, lemon, use all like real fruit in them. Yeah. Purple potatoes in our ube. So you can tell like the quality and the difference in the texture. And that's kind of how I came up with the obsessive. I get it. It's called obsessive cookie disorder.
I get it. So you do that. You're cooking the cookies in the house.
No, we rent out a kitchen on the weekends, and we take our orders online, and then we go to the kitchen. But so we rent out a kitchen, we bake them there, and we pack them. But he has to come and help me.
I was just going to ask that. So Mo, you're there helping her pack the cookies?
I bake the cookies with her and put them back, and they smell and I measure.
Yeah, so he, and his favorites like coconut. So we have a ube halo halo, which is a ube cookie with a Raffaello center rolled in coconut.
So you're torturing this man. Mo, you're being tortured daily cooking these cookies. Mm-hmm. Are you okay? Are you a food guy? Because like I'm a food guy. So when I'm around food, I'm like,
no, I don't eat. I'm so good with like
he's so good. But so I made a new flavor. It's called Mango Crazy. It's mango. So it's mango cookie with yogurt chips and mango chocolate truffle center. Okay. And he loves mango. So when he smells the mango, he literally walks out. And he like walks out, and I'm like, what are you doing? We're not done yet. And he's like, no, I'm done. And I'm like, I should have just waited to make this last flavor.
So how many cookies did you bring with you for post show?
We actually are the media sponsors for Tim Gardner's show. So we brought 150 pounds of cookies and put it in the gift bags for the athletes. And we're actually doing the same for Chicago Pro, and we're actually collaborating with Alina to do all the Wings of Strength. So I don't like to sell the cookies for the athletes. I know a lot of people want us to do so, but I feel like being a competitor myself, it's just so nice to open those gift bags and get like just something nice, just like all your hard work. And we want to like give back to the athletes and show them like, and our recipes we're very picky because, you know, being that you've been on a diet, you want to make your cookies or your treats worth the calories. So,
of course.
you know, we definitely take pride in how we present our company and what we want to do for the athletes. So, and we sponsor a lot of the athletes, a lot of our athletes too. Like we have a few sponsored athletes that are Olympians, and it's just based on, you know, on body, like the company was built on bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And it was built because, you know, being that after post show, I love cookies and he loved cookies, and I make the best ones, and he can make them too. I shared my recipe with him.
So let me ask you, is this your job? Like, do you have another job, or is bodybuilding your job and then you're doing the cookies?
I left everything, just my business with cookie and the bodybuilding. That's it.
So when you switch from carpentry, because I know people ask me this all the time, when you switch from carpentry to bodybuilding,
I travel to Kuwait and I work in Oxygen Gym.
Okay.
Like the coach for 8 hours every day.
So you did like personal training and coaching while you were
for
trying to
4
bodybuild.
years. Yeah.
So you've gone to a point now where you don't do that anymore.
No.
Okay. So now you're just focused on bodybuilding and cookies.
Yeah, that's it.
The two things that don't go together.
And there's no protein cookies, but we have healthier options like vegan and gluten-free.
Nobody wants any healthy cookies.
No,
we want the good stuff.
Yeah.
Listen, Mo, I appreciate you taking the time. Maybe we'll have you guys both back on another time. Hopefully you do well. If you win, maybe we'll get you on before the Olympia. If you don't win, we'll get you on again another time anyways.
Thank you, brother.
I appreciate you reaching out. I appreciate you guys both coming on. Thank you so much for joining the chat.
Thank you.
Filling us in on this.
It was a pleasure. And please send us your address. We will definitely send you some for when we get back to California.
Everybody knows I love cookies, so I'm in. Listen, good luck tomorrow, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your answer. I appreciate that. Like, it's very appreciate.
Yeah, I'm here, man. All right, guys. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Show Tracy my pictures.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.